Arjun in Bangalore, India writes, here's the classic skeptic's question. Oh, joy. Thank you so much. I totally understand signal cables might affect the sound, but power cables? It's just AC from the wall, right? And if that power travels miles through noisy transformers and wiring, how can the last 6 feet possibly matter? Are power cables really doing anything measurable, or is this one of those things you only notice if your system is already revealing enough to make it audible? Well, yes, you definitely need a resolving system to hear the difference in power cables, and they do make a difference. One of the more illogical arguments that I get is this very question. Okay, let's think about this for a moment. Let's think about it like water. All right? You have city water coming to your home, and it's going through God knows what. I mean, ours here in Boulder comes from a reservoir about 18 miles up the canyon, right? There's a reservoir up there, and it comes downhill through 18 miles of pipes. Big pipes, little pipes, filtration system, God knows what they do to get the water to my door. And at one point, it's coming into my water meter, and then it's coming into my house, and that's kind of the same as the electrical station here in Boulder, sending it over these giant wires, comes down to transformers, hooks up through miles of cable, comes into my house, and you ask the question, in both cases, well, what difference does the last 6 feet make? Well, it makes all the difference in the world. Think about it as water. You got all this great water coming in, pressure's great, and you put a little weeny pipe on it. What's going to happen? You're not going to get a lot of water out. Same thing happens with power. So that to me is one of the more illogical ways of looking at things. Now, the next argument could be easily, well, the supplied power cable that came with my equipment, the one that we send out, what we call our courtesy cable, is obviously a big enough pipe to handle what it needs, or you wouldn't have given it to us. And that is true. So now we're coming down to the fine details. And here's where the water analogy breaks down. Whether it's a copper pipe or a plastic pipe, other than maybe some taste issues in my house, I'm not going to know if a 6-inch pipe coming into my house, or however, oh, I guess they're only like 1 inch, aren't they? Well, whatever it is, I'm not going to know any difference of the material. And you could make the same argument on the power cable. I won't know any difference as long as the pipe is adequate. Well, not so. A couple of things to consider. Noise. Inside your walls, you've got noisy power lines. You've got TVs, computers, all this crap hooked up. Your neighbors, everybody's doing it. But the walls are far away. Don't really care about them so much. When it comes into our equipment, and we've got a stack of equipment, now that cable is radiating that noise into our equipment, and we don't want that. It's why we use shielded audio cables. It's why we pay attention. So at a minimum, you want to make sure that your power cable has a proper shield. What is a proper shield? 99.9% of all shielded power cables, and they pretty much are all shielded that you get, certainly from us, are shielded improperly. The shield is connected at both ends and it acts like an antenna. The right way to do it is you connect the shield to ground at the male end of the plug and you disconnect it at the female end. And that drains off anything into the noisy wire. So at a minimum, that makes a huge difference. One I've shown, with an audible meter. And I could go on for a long time, and I won't. But it does make a difference. If you have a chance and you have a revealing system, do yourself a favor. borrow it, do it, steal it, whatever you got to do. Get yourself a high-end power cable and give it a try. And I think you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't do this just because I don't sell power cables. Used to, might do it again. Currently don't. I don't care. It works. So give it a try. Thanks.